Imagine a world that is perceived the same as yours, but completely different. However, those in this different world are living their lives without even knowing it. According to trichromatic theory, colour vision is based on overlap of the absorption spectra of blue, green and red cone systems in the retina. Colour is created by certain wavelengths of light that bounce from objects before they reach the eye. Colour blindness is described as an inability to distinguish all of the colours that other people can see. My name is Kaitlyn Poole, majoring in interior design. My research focuses on the most common colour vision defect, known as dichromacy, that correlates to the common red-green colour blindness. The defect is created due to the middle or long wavelength sensitive cone systems that create difficulties in distinguishing particular colours from each other. The cones or colour sensing pigments are found in the retina, being the light sensitive layer of tissue at the back of the eye. The amount of light helps determine the colour being seen. If one out of the three cones is absent, hues or shades of reds, yellows and greens will not be able to be distinguished, and this is what creates colour blindness. Over 250 million people in the world have some form of colour blindness. Colour vision impairments affect those with the condition in several ways of everyday life, including traffic lights and activities such as watching TV. It also affects the branding and advertising industry through the messages that are conveyed through the medium of colour. With the wrong colour and lighting choices within an advertisement, the colour-impaired viewer can perceive the wrong message, while making the product harder to connect with the target audience. Through this research, concerns arise with the percentage of people who are oblivious to the colour-blind population. Through conceptual exploration, an interactive lighting installation has been created for viewers of normal colour vision to be able to experience a day in the life with a colour-blind impairment. This installation is perceived as a colour vision test that is located within a large public assembly space, a shopping centre, attracting a broad demographic that exposes the viewer to branding and advertising as a colour-impaired retail consumer. The viewer is invited to take a colour vision test that reflects small circles of colour that creates their exterior walls. Layers of translucent paper hang from the ceiling at eye level that create discomfort in the small space. The movement through the lamp allows for the interaction from the viewer that creates a physical dimension and also expresses mental and spiritual dimensions that allow for the viewer to reflect on the physical and intellectual experience, but also the sense of others, in this case, the suffering of others. Our sense of touch is amplified through the lamp, as we aren't able to rely on our eyesight as clearly. Our touch navigates us through the lamp. The viewer will find this experience unpleasant and frustrating, but creating an understanding on how some people's world is perceived. The colour palette of the lamp consists of mutes of reds and greens that are modified to shades and tints of yellow. Blue wavelengths are altered, but not dramatically changed. The complementary colour scheme of blue and yellow creates overstimulation to the viewer, creating physical and psychological changes with the use of strong colour intensity and contrast due to the pure and highly saturated colours. To the eye, the colours are highly contrasting due to the exposure on the photopic curve, a graph that showcases where colour vision is seen. The colours create a sensory overload that is amplified with patterns and textures within the lamp. Bright filtered lights are used to amplify, also changing colour to create full effect within the lamp. Light emitting diodes are placed within the translucent paper layers at different heights to illuminate the whole structure. The roof allows for artificial light from the outside world to stream through tiny holes. The use of artificial light allows for consistent brightness and coverage that also follow the Australian standards. The lights are close to the user to create a higher lux value. It also allows for light to strike an object that will be reflected or transmitted. The lighting will navigate the viewer to create a journey to the other side. Travelling through the lamp, the viewer will reach the end of the structure. That is a clear glass wall, highlighting the normal colour vision on the other side. However, the test is unable to be passed and only one way in and out of the structure, this wall, to represent that there is no way out of colour blindness. Colour blindness is not a rare problem that only a handful of people are affected by. It's a widespread condition that impacts many people's lives. With only a small number of people and branding businesses knowing about the colour-impaired population, colour and lighting choices are being produced for those with normal colour vision. This lamp has been created to open people's eyes to the impairments of vision that most are unaware of. The claustrophobic and uncomfortable installation, amplified with flickering lights and colour changes, should leave a memory on the viewer. Once embarking through the journey with the meteor of light, another world is perceived without even knowing it.